Hi, folks. Welcome to the third. Oh, knocking my calendar. I think someone must have moved my desk. You know, when you like feel a little bit like the twits, like something's just not quite right. I'm not upside down though, thank goodness. Did anyone else read that as a kid? I'm just going to move my desk forward. Um, Welcome to the third in the series of Audience Alchemy video podcasts. I am wanting to speak to you today about the repurpose, the grand old repurpose. And it's something that I think I only started really tuning into it this year. So repurposing one thing to go in multiple places, repurposing something from your archive that's performed, here we go, performed really well into a new thing, revisiting old gold in your Substack archive and resharing it to notes or remounting it as a new post with the second part. There's so much that we can do. So why are we always creating new things? Why do we always feel like we've got to create new things? Why do we feel like we run out of ideas? Because we've made some brilliant stuff happen, haven't we? And it struck me massively just last week when I did a live on Substack, live video, and it automatically pulls through to YouTube. So it's very clever and very sophisticated. Obviously, AI and technology moves on all the time. So the technology had sliced up this live video and made two YouTube shorts. And one of the YouTube shorts, when I went back on to post my video, had over 1,000 views. And I was like, wait, what? And then it had likes as well. So it wasn't just about like views, people had actually liked what I'd said. And I was talking about wearing sunglasses in our about page profile pictures on Substack, or websites, anywhere really, and how many of us had sunglasses on. So somehow it really resonated because I think, I do have a lot of introverts in my audience. I've got my sunglasses on in lots of my pictures because I find the sun really bright and I want to hide a little bit. I want to be able to like look at the full scope of life without feeling like I am. So it must have just really resonated anyway. And then this week I did an impromptu live and invited somebody on with me. And one of those shorts has also had over 1,000 views. And I was just like, wow, like none of that was conscious, right? That was just technology doing its thing. And I just find that fascinating. I just think that is very cool and also gives us a bit of a break, doesn't it? If we know that our content can keep working hard for us. So I already talked about in the last video that I'm a big fan of YouTube and Pinterest. And the reason that I'm a big fan of those two platforms is that they are search engines. So rather than being social media, and, we're clicking into everybody's best career day that they've ever had or the metrics of life. We don't have any of that on YouTube or Pinterest. People are going on there to search for a specific thing. So, if we have like a leaky tap or something, I'll search it in YouTube and just like look for like home ways to fix that, home remedies if you like we use it for that. And with Pinterest, I've always used it for planning my children's birthday parties, for home renovation, for decorating. I've used it for craft projects. Like I love it for all of that stuff. I've probably used Pinterest longer than I've used any other online platform, if I'm honest. I really think I've been on there such a long time. Well before I met my husband, I was sort of putting secret boards on of like manifestation dreams and all this gorgeous stuff. So it's really interesting when we reframe that and we understand that those two platforms are searchable, and that changes everything and helps with the positioning of what we're actually doing. So this is called Audience Alchemy. Like, I'm doing a series of podcasts around Audience Alchemy. I'm going to have a program launching in January, a 3-month container. It's going to be called Audience Alchemy. Nobody is typing into Google Audience Alchemy. What they are typing in is burnout content creator, or how to be more efficient with content, or what else could it be? How to repurpose content. And so this is where we deconstruct what it is that we've created. We've already created this stuff, right, guys? So we're going back into the archive and we're looking at what we already created. We're getting really savvy about the keywords and the SEO, and we're looking at that first and looking at where that piece of content could sit online in our ecosystem that we haven't already posted it. So it's a really easy win. It stops us from starting the week and being like, right, what do I need to to post this week? What am I going to look for? Trending audios, trending reels, all the different things. We just look at how do we deepen the experience of someone searching for exactly what we offer. But we kind of have to reverse engineer it a bit more than that. So I've obviously just riffed off some of those things that people might be searching. It's actually more specific than that. Like we have to really get clear about what people are searching and what people want in terms of an outcome, in terms of a transformation. So those things we are going to go deep, 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 deep diving in for your own systems, business systems, and content ecosystems when we meet in January. But right here and now, I just want you to know that you can pull apart everything that you've already got. And what a gift. What a beautiful gift. That's all I'm going to say today because I feel like that's enough. Like that really is enough. Like it's such a gift for you to know that what you've created is already incredible in terms of knowledge, inspiration, education, and that loads of people haven't seen it yet. So please go ahead and repurpose, pull something apart, work out how people would be searching to find that, put it back in front of your audience, repurpose it as an Instagram carousel, make a YouTube video about it, whatever you want to do, whatever feels good within your comfort zone. And let's get to repurposing. I will see you on the next episode. Thanks so much for being here with me.